Welcome back to Empowerment Library. In our previous video, we explored essentialism, the power of doing less but better. Today, we're shifting gears with a book that challenges the way we look at adversity. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. This book is not just a motivational pep talk. It's a deep dive into how some of the world's most successful people used setbacks as stepping stones. What if every obstacle you face is actually an opportunity in disguise? What if your biggest struggles could become your greatest strengths? Based on timeless Stoic philosophy, this book offers a clear, practical framework to help you not only face obstacles, but thrive because of them. So stay tuned as we unpack the mindset, tools, and real-life examples that prove the obstacle truly is the way.
Part 1. Perception, the discipline of seeing clearly. Perception is the art of interpreting obstacles without distortion. Stoics like Epictetus taught that while we can't control events, we own our judgments. Fear, bias, or panic are optional. Rockefeller viewed market crashes as opportunities. Grant's calm in battle turned chaos into strategy. Tools include objectivity, demanding facts over feelings, emotional discipline, Lincoln channeling rage into logic, and perspective shifting, the Wright brothers seeing crashes as data. Mastery here strips obstacles of their emotional power, revealing actionable truths. Clarity becomes your greatest weapon. Chapter 1. The Discipline of Perception. In this chapter, Holiday teaches that how we see and interpret obstacles defines our reality. The obstacle itself isn't the issue, our perception of it is. When we train ourselves to see clearly, calmly, and without emotion, we find that problems become possibilities. Perception must be disciplined, guided by reason rather than panic. With a trained mindset, we learn to see the path in adversity. This perspective is the heart of Stoic philosophy. What blocks the way becomes the way forward. Chapter 2. Recognize your power. We may not control what happens, but we control how we respond. This chapter encourages taking responsibility for our reactions and choosing deliberate thought over blind emotion. When we recognize this power, we become resilient and focused. External chaos can't shake someone anchored in inner clarity. Holiday emphasizes the strength of self-control in the face of adversity. The Stoic doesn't blame fate but commands his response. That response becomes his power. Chapter 3. Steady your nerves. Emotional stability is a weapon when things go wrong. In this chapter, Holiday urges readers to remain calm under pressure, to still the nerves before acting. A clear head allows better choices, while panic guarantees failure. He draws on examples of military leaders who faced danger with stoic composure. The key is training your mind to expect stress but not be ruled by it. You don't fight fire with fire, you bring water. Calmness is strength, not softness. Chapter 4. Control your emotions. While feelings are natural, they must be managed if we want to overcome obstacles. This chapter stresses that emotions like fear and anger often make things worse. Stoicism doesn't deny emotion, it disciplines it. We must learn to pause, reflect, and act with reason. Holiday shows that emotional control is a choice and a skill. When we master this, we stop making problems bigger. Control yourself, and you control the challenge. Chapter 5. Practice objectivity. Holiday reminds us that objectivity is a superpower when facing problems. Seeing things exactly as they are, without exaggeration or denial, leads to wiser action. Problems aren't personal, they're situations to be solved. By separating facts from emotions, we gain clarity. This clarity brings focus, and focus allows solutions. Objectivity doesn't mean coldness, it means precision. It gives us the calm ground we need to stand on when everything shakes. Chapter 6. Alter your perspective. How we view a challenge can either defeat us or empower us. In this chapter, Holiday encourages reframing obstacles, seeing them from a different angle. What seems like failure may be a hidden gift. Changing your story changes your strategy. Stoics choose perspectives that give them strength, not sorrow. The same event, viewed differently, brings different emotions and responses. A shift in viewpoint often reveals a path forward. Chapter 7. Is it up to you? Understanding what is and isn't in our control is a core Stoic teaching. Holiday emphasizes that stress comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. We must accept what we can't change and act boldly on what we can. That means focusing on our effort, attitude, and actions. External events are unpredictable, our response is not. By making this distinction, we free ourselves from anxiety. Peace and power come from staying in our lane.
Part 2. Action, the discipline of doing right. Action is the engine that breaks through barriers. It demands relentless motion, Roosevelt conquering illness through activity, persistence, Edison's 6,000 filament tests, and pragmatism, Washington's illegal Delaware crossing saving the revolution. Holiday stresses imperfect action over perfect planning. Start small, iterate tactics, Stockdale refining POW survival strategies, and trust systems over goals, Sabin's process. Break monolithic tasks into micro-actions. Let momentum compound progress. When blocked, pivot but never stop. Pragmatism trumps ideology. What works beats what should. Motion conquers inertia. Chapter 8. Get moving. Holiday starts this section with a powerful message. Don't wait, act. Often, people are paralyzed by overthinking or fear, but progress comes through movement. Even imperfect action is better than endless hesitation. Stoics believed that obstacles demand action, and the best way through a problem is forward. We must begin where we are, using what we have without waiting for ideal conditions. Movement builds momentum and energy. Action transforms doubt into confidence. Chapter 9. Practice persistence. Obstacles rarely fall on the first try. In this chapter, Holiday explains the power of grit, showing up again and again despite failure. Many quit when things get tough, but the Stoic endures. Persistence is often the difference between those who succeed and those who almost did. Holiday reminds us that every push, every attempt, adds up. When we refuse to give up, we chip away at the barrier. Breakthroughs come to those who refuse to break. Chapter 10. Iterate and adapt. Rigidity in the face of resistance is foolish. This chapter urges flexibility, changing tactics without abandoning the goal. If one plan fails, try another. Success often requires dozens of adjustments. Stoics aren't stuck in one method. They're committed to the mission. Holiday shows how history's great achievers experimented and evolved their way forward. Adapting is not weakness. It's strategic strength. Resilience includes the ability to pivot. Chapter 11. Follow the process. When the big picture feels overwhelming, zoom in. Holiday teaches that great victories are built step by step. Rather than obsessing over the end, focus on the next right move. This is what he calls the process, a consistent, small-scale approach to solving problems. Discipline and patience are crucial here. Success isn't dramatic. It's a product of methodical effort. Break problems down. Do what you can today, and the path will reveal itself. Chapter 12. Do your job, do it right. This chapter emphasizes responsibility and integrity. Holiday urges us to do what's in front of us with excellence, regardless of reward or recognition. When we focus on doing our duty well, progress comes naturally. Stoics believe in working not for praise but for principle. There's strength in mastering your role, however small. Greatness is built on ordinary efforts done extraordinarily well. Show up fully and do what must be done. Chapter 13. What's right is what works. This chapter cuts through idealism. If it works, it works. Holiday advocates for pragmatism, doing whatever is effective, not what is perfect. Stoics don't chase fantasy solutions. They solve problems with practical action. Even unconventional methods are valid if they move us forward. Obstacles require creativity, not conformity. Holiday's examples show how leaders succeeded by breaking the mold. What matters is progress, not tradition. Chapter 14. In praise of the flank attack. Sometimes a direct attack on the obstacle doesn't work. This chapter explores using indirect approaches, side routes, alliances, or timing to succeed. Holiday teaches that when faced with resistance, think strategically. If you can't go through, go around. Many of history's greatest victories came from clever tactics, not brute force. Stoics value efficiency over ego. Winning isn't about showing strength, it's about using wisdom to outmaneuver.
Part 3. Will, the discipline of inner fortitude. Will is the unbreakable core that turns suffering into strength. Build an inner citadel like Marcus Aurelius, fortified by reason against external chaos. Use anticipation, Seneca's premeditatio malorum, to disarm future blows. Practice acquiescence, Earhart embracing risk's inevitability, and amor fati, Nietzsche's love of fate, Rockefeller calling blindness a blessing. When all seems lost, persevere like Lincoln, who endured bankruptcy, bereavement, and ridicule to preserve the Union. Will transforms pain into purpose, ensuring no obstacle can break you, only redirect you. Resilience is final victory. Chapter 15. Build your inner citadel. Holiday begins this section with the concept of inner fortitude, our mental and emotional fortress. External events are unpredictable, but inner strength gives us control over how we respond. The Stoics trained their minds daily to prepare for adversity. Life will challenge us, but resilience must be built in advance. This chapter reminds us that strength isn't physical, it's psychological endurance. True power lies in our response, not our circumstance. We must protect and reinforce our mindset like a citadel. Chapter 16. Anticipation, thinking negatively. Here, Holiday introduces premeditatio malorum, visualizing what could go wrong before it does. This Stoic practice isn't pessimism, it's preparation. By anticipating difficulties, we remove their shock and reduce their impact. Forewarned is forearmed. Planning for worst-case scenarios allows us to act wisely when they arise. This isn't fear, it's strategic foresight. Stoics believe the wise expect obstacles, not surprises. Chapter 17. The Art of Acquiescence. There are things we can't change, and resisting them only causes pain. This chapter teaches the power of acceptance. Holiday shows that surrender isn't weakness but wisdom when facing the immovable. The Stoic doesn't fight reality, they align with it to conserve energy for what can be changed. Life includes hardship, injustice, and loss. The key is to yield gracefully, not bitterly. Acceptance brings peace and clears the way for purposeful action. Chapter 18. Love everything that happens, amor fati. This chapter introduces one of the boldest Stoic ideas, amor fati or love of fate. Holiday explains that it's not enough to accept what happens, we should embrace it. Every event, good or bad, becomes useful when we choose to see it that way. Stoics turn every loss into learning and every setback into strength. Nothing is wasted when we love our fate. This mindset transforms adversity into fuel. It's the ultimate tool of inner mastery. Chapter 19. Perseverance. Holiday closes this section by praising endurance, the quiet force that outlasts opposition. Perseverance is staying the course long after enthusiasm fades. The Stoics knew that most people quit too soon. But greatness belongs to those who endure, adapt, and continue no matter how difficult the road becomes. Challenges wear us down only if we let them. With will, we grow stronger under pressure. The obstacle is overcome by those who persist.
Conclusion: turning trials into triumph. The book concludes by reaffirming that obstacles aren't the end of the path, they are the path. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to transform adversity into advantage through perception, action, and will. By shifting how we see challenges, taking disciplined steps, and building inner strength, we can reshape our fate. Historical examples remind us that greatness often rises from hardship. Ryan Holiday encourages readers to not just admire Stoic principles but to live them. Life will present trials, but armed with wisdom, courage, and resilience, we can grow through them. The obstacle, he assures us, is not in the way, it is the way. Afterword, embracing the Stoic life. In the afterword, Holiday reflects on how Stoicism offers more than theory. It's a practical guide for everyday life. He emphasizes that applying these ideas can lead to clarity, peace, and strength in a chaotic world. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca aren't outdated, they're urgently relevant. They help us become calmer, more focused, and more resilient in the face of difficulty. Ryan invites us to keep practicing Stoicism, not as a one-time fix, but a lifelong discipline. These ideas are timeless, but they require modern warriors to embody them. The Stoic path is demanding, but its rewards are profound. Thank you for watching this deep dive into The Obstacle is the Way. Remember, adversity is not your enemy. It's your training ground. If this book inspired you to face life's challenges with courage and clarity, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Up next on Empowerment Library, we're exploring The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, your ultimate guide to building long-term wealth with wisdom. This book has transformed countless lives, including Warren Buffett's. So stay tuned. The link will be in the description. Let's keep learning, growing, and turning obstacles into opportunities. Together.